cheese in the middle of an autograph section. He's stopped. And on this side,
yeah, just once this is done.
In music, in 17th century music, that's the pitch.
That's the pitch.
Played.
The lute. You're okay.
You play like a 1 something you're saying the other day?
Mine's like a 1495. Matt's really good and accurate, and so am I, but remember he's blind, so it's coming right at you.
Well, I started riding motorcycles when I was 6. I was crazy about them and liked the sound, and I'd always go and sit on one in the street. And I got a mini bike, a push, 50cc. Used to ride in a field at the bottom of our street. And yeah, I did that for 4 years, every day. Became really good on it. I used to navigate the field with the kind of concrete area, and there was a hill on one side, and different things I could feel. And then I stopped riding motorbikes for a long time. I'm a musician by profession. I play the lute. So that's taken up kind of most of the rest of my life. But earlier this year, someone said, you know, have you thought about doing something with motorbikes? And I thought about something with speed. We didn't know anyone, and then we knew some people who did jumps, and it's just, long story short, it's evolved into this massive project. And it's difficult. I mean, going straight, all the different things you have to think about. For me, going straight, it's dependent on balance, it's dependent on how you feel on that particular day, and it's also dependent on the ground. So today, when it's a bit muddy, you know, there's other factors that you just don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, it's taken a lot of skill, a lot of practice and determination, but you know, it shows it can be done.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Straight, 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 turn, straight, jump. Last year, after the Nuclear Cowboys ended, I got a call from Ronnie Feist, and he told me about this this blind guy that wanted to do a motorcycle jump, and I kind of ducked it for a while, but it wouldn't go away. And I took the time to meet with 2 guys from Matt's side, which were Steven Kassar and Craig James, and they convinced me to do a test ride, and I did with Matt. And I didn't really know how it would fit in my schedule because I was kind of busy, and in a roundabout way there was all kinds of reasons not to do it. But once I met Matt, I kind of changed my mind and decided I wanted to do it. And ever since then, it's been almost like a magnet. You know, everything that I've done lately has kind of revolved around this, and many frustrating and difficult days, but we were able to make almost half of the projected training days you know, to get everybody's schedule to work together, to make the most out of the weather. Also some technical difficulties, because you just can't just go throw your leg over a bike and go. We needed you know, communication devices, and we tested through a couple and came up with the best ones. But I guess in a big, long, roundabout way, it came about as a major time-consuming process that proved to be way more important than just a 9-to-5 type of job. And I've fitted into everything I've been doing, and everybody that I know and have worked with has been super understanding and supportive of it. We're halfway, really, and we're still going to go into next year, and the goal is 100 feet, but we're just happy that you guys were able to come out and experience a little bit of what what you've supported. And we didn't have the best luck in the last few days, and we had some issues with the weather, so our jump is a little compromised, but we're gonna go through just like a training session like we would normally, and we'll see what kind of jumps we get. We wanted to do 82 feet today because it's the only recognized record that there is in Guinness, and it's for a seeing person that put a blindfold on and did a jump. So it's more like a gag than an actual attempt at a record. So,
Lord, as you bring this together, I just pray even for peace in Matt's heart to just get out there and do what he can do, and to do it safely, and whatever your will is to make on this day is what the day is going to bring. In your name I ask it, amen.
Amen.
When you're in the air, it's amazing because it's like being weightless, and I'm still a bit scared of the landing. I need to practice more, and of course the only way to practice landing is by doing it. So yeah, that's still the nerve-wracking part for me.
Pretty much an idea of what I take for granted, the things that we should value and appreciate every day are commonplace, and we get complacent with all the things that we do have. Understanding and trying to teach somebody to feel something that's special to you, even though they can't see it, is difficult, but we've had a lot of success learning from each other. I really can't, I mean, I make a real just streamlined version of some profound thing happening from it, but there's moments where you feel like you can communicate with another human being in a special way, and then you know, I'm immediately reminded every time I do something like drive on the freeway that it's not that simple with everybody. But there's some real possibilities in my mind that have opened up, and I appreciate everything that I get to do with Matt, even if it's difficult and frustrating, and I'm fighting my need to have a meltdown. A few times that's happened, but I've been pretty good, and Matt's pretty understanding, pretty simple guy to work with, and he's an amazing person. Has a memory like an elephant, and I'm only starting to get to know him, really, you know. But it is pretty amazing to be sharing something with somebody that can't see on a motorcycle. And I really love that motorcycles are so special. And I really realized that too in this process, like motorcycle people, motorcycle in itself, in an instant I can put a helmet on and I'm a whole better person, you know. It's a magical machine that is pure, for me, it's pure, I don't know, it's just magic, you know. And in any way, shape or form, you know, it's not just American, it's everything. It's great. It's 58 feet and 8.5 inches. 58, almost 59 feet. Actually, we were aiming for down there, but the other day when we were here, he had a jump, landed, and went like this and went up into the fence and had a big wreck. So
Yeah.
I was worried that his confidence was just going to be totally ruined, and then we couldn't jump yesterday or the day before, and we did that Monday. So
Oh wow.
he's had to think about that for 2 days and then show up and then it was muddy, and it was like, we're gonna fix it, it's gonna work, we're gonna jump today.
Wow. Was it on one of his longer jumps that he just kind of overcooked it?
Yeah, he
A little crazy?
it was a good it looked just like these. When he landed, his feet came off, and then he went onto the throttle.
Throttle.
Yeah. He did the whiskey throttle. So I'm over here, and I'm up in the front, so he goes down and kind of goes out of my sight for a second. But I saw this, and I heard the and in third gear, he was hauling. When I run up the hill, I see him. He went like this, and then up where that white thing is in the fence. He went up there, and the bike went into the fence, and then he rolled down the hill, and I was like, oh. So, and as soon as I knew he was okay, then I had a moment where I had a chuckle because whiskey throttles are funny, you know.
We've all done it.
So when that happened, I started to laugh at first, but then he sped up, and then I was like, oh, he's not gonna let off. And he finally let off about it like the warning track, and then it went whoosh, up the hill underneath him, and he let it go, luckily. And so anyway, it was a moment, and he's recovered pretty good.